Hello, hello, Shagath Unknown here. Welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 4 here on the 26th of February 2023, local time 9:58. As I struggle to get the cables just right on my monitors here. They'll get in like a weird spot behind my head. It's like uncomfortable. Just screwing with it. It's not working today for some reason. Don't know what's going on today. All right, we are here today for Act 5, as we see here on the save file from the end of yesterday's second session. We finished Act 4. It says, as Snake narrowly avoids another close call, Liquid's plan enters its final phase. So we found ourselves back at Shadow Moses, and we basically ran through almost all of the original game in terms of the same locations. We went through the heliport, into like the facility where it's holding the tanks and stuff. We didn't go down into the lower area there, but we ran through there. We ran through the outside area where we fought the tank before with Raven in it. We ran through like that the warhead storage facility. We actually went down below into the office where we first met Otacon. And we ran out to the communications tower area. We had a fight with Crying Wolf, right in the same kind of location that we fought Sniper Wolf, although it was a much larger area this time. It had the communications towers and stuff on the same map. And we fought Vamp in the hangar with Rex. And then we actually took command of Rex. And we went out and we had a Rex versus Ray battle. It's one of the most hype moments ever. It's so good. But unfortunately, before we got to Rex, they managed to take the railgun away from it, and it's not part of the SOP system. So even though Liquid took over the whole system, basically, they can still fire nukes with that railgun, and they're going to target the satellite that's housing the JD AI, and then that'll promote their like Trojan Horse GW AI to be the leader, and they'll have control over all the AIs and everything, not just the GW portion. So it's pretty crazy, as we see here, like I just kind of mentioned, but on the description there, Liquid's plan enters its final phase. Basically, after the Rex versus Ray battle, he pulls out an arsenal gear called, I think it said Outer Haven on the side of it. He actually refers to it as that name as well. And he took off. They got the railgun. They took off. Mei Ling shows up. She starts squeezing on him, but yeah, they basically took off, and that's where we left off. Raiden came in and tried to save the day. He actually fought Vamp. They went toe to toe like after we fought Vamp, and Raiden does kill Vamp. I left out that Naomi dies as well. She's like, oh, I'm just like Vamp. I have cancer, and I'm gonna start suppressing these nanomachines, and then they'll stop healing me, and I'll die. And so Otacon's a sad boy again. He does not catch a break. But when this arsenal gear basically shows up, when this Outer Haven shows up, this image here is it like bearing down, just gonna crash into and like smush and kill Snake. And he's all injured and jacked up and everything, and Raiden's like, nah, I got you, fam. I'm like held under debris, so I'm gonna chop my arm off. I'm gonna come push back the arsenal gear. It's kind of goofy, it's kind of weird, but whatever is gonna happen. And then right as he's basically dying, he calls out for Rose, and then all we see at the end is his sword like stuck into the ground, and he's gone. Well, no, I think we also get a close-up of his body at some point with the light fading out. Like some light is on, and then it's like, all right, it's dimming out. He's dead or whatever, right? All right, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know why I felt like doing a recap, but I did. Now that we're done with that, I think it's time to go ahead and get started. Let's head on into Act 5 today. See what this game has in store for us. It's been pretty hype so far. Act 4 is pretty hype. Let's see what Act 5 can deliver. The Nomad. You know we gotta have a briefing.
Haven is headed southward through the Pacific at a speed of 33 knots. The Missouri is falling behind at a rate of about 2 nautical miles every hour.
Can't this thing go any faster?
I'm afraid not. This is as fast as she'll go. Liquid's target is JD, a U.S. military satellite disguised as orbital debris. Oh. Haven will have to surface in order to use the railgun.
If we can figure out JD's orbit,
There.
we should be able to predict where Haven's gonna surface.
JD is in a synchronous elliptical orbit, so its next perigee should be in,
Got it! 15 hours, 6 minutes, and 12 seconds.
right. In 15 hours, it's going to be over the Bering Sea, 494 nautical miles from the Bering Strait.
You
Haven
gonna
knows it too.
stand up there?
They'll be holding position in that area.
Oh my
Do
god,
they
camera.
really have to get that close to launch?
The nukes fired by Rex's railgun have a damage radius of approximately 300 meters. The target is a moving satellite that's traveling at 10 kilometers per second. To get the precision they need, they have to get as close as they possibly can.
Liquid won't launch his nuke until JD is at perigee. The Missouri can use that time to catch up.
Will we make it?
Once Haven stops moving, it'll take us an hour to close the gap. After that, the Missouri needs to strike before Haven's launch preparations are complete. This ship was stripped of most of its equipment, and she's got no electronic warfare capabilities of any kind. No radar, no high-tech weaponry. We'll have to rely on our own eyes to track the enemy. From the looks of it, Haven is going to use a railgun mounted on the bridge to destroy JD. You'll need to open the cover to launch the nuke. That's our one and only chance to get inside.
Inside? Why can't we attack it from here?
It wouldn't do any good. As long as Liquid has control of the system, physically destroying GW would still leave supreme authority in his hands. Sons of the Patriots.
Yes, Dr. Emmerich is right. That's why we need to destroy GW from the inside, before attacking Haven itself.
Liquid's very own Death Star.
All right, everybody, here's the plan. We know Haven will have to surface in order to fire the railgun. When it does, the Missouri will see it. We'll make a quick approach and deliver a strike team. Our goal is twofold. Prevent that nuke from launching and wipe out GW's programming. The enemy relies entirely on electronic means of threat detection, so they won't be able to see the Missouri until they surface.
What the hell?
We'll launch the
I
strike
forgot about
team
that.
catapults at the exact moment Haven's armored cover opens.
This man really just
Penetrate
reached.
GW's physical server room and infect it with a worm cluster.
But what if they shut down GW before we get in there?
Liquid is already entrenched within the Patriots network. He needs to stay there, or destroying JD won't serve him any purpose. They can't afford to have GW shut down.
And let's not forget, Liquid will throw everything he's got at stopping the strike team.
Exactly. The corridor leading to GW is defended by directed energy weapons that emit certain types of microwaves.
Did you say microwaves?
That's right. And at that frequency, the waves will start to evaporate any living person within range.
A giant microwave oven. You'd have to have a death wish to go in there. Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Snake, this isn't the time for your stupid jokes.
Outside the corridor, Liquid Epilogue soldiers will be out in full force. Inside, there'll be unmanned weapons waiting for us.
Where are you getting all this information? You really think there's a way to destroy GW?
Yes, I do. She left us something that'll point us in the right direction.
Naomi helped with the preparations to stop Haven's launch.
Naomi?
All of our internal data on Haven came from her. The reason she got on the Nomad with us in the first place was to get close to me. But she ended up turning to Sunny instead.
What do you mean?
She left her plan in Sunny's hands.
This entire operation is based on the data she left us.
Whose side was she on, anyway?
We'll never know exactly what her true intentions were. But one thing's for sure. She was determined to stop Liquid.
Promise me you'll carry on. Or will.
Come on, guys. Somebody say something positive. Anything.
Give us a
Attention.
proverb.
Listen up. A wise man once wrote,
Yeah, that's what I want.
"The tongues of dying men enforce attention like deep harmony. Where words are spent, they are seldom spent in vain." Any other questions? Yes, Snake?
Anybody got a smoke?
Hank.
Rip.
So this program, you're saying Sunny wrote it?
Actually, only about a third of it is her work. Naomi was working on a program to destroy GW, but she couldn't quite finish it, so she handed it over to Sunny. Sunny went fishing in my library to see if there was any source code she could use to complete it. Eventually, she found some. It was Emma's worm cluster. She took my sister's code and worked it into Naomi's program. I didn't have time to look over every single line of code, but what I did see reminded me of Emma.
I hope I didn't miss an X prompt a moment
It
ago.
was like she left traces of herself behind in the structure. But this worm cluster that Sunny created, it's even better than Emma's. Sunny's worm destroys the AI's intellect by triggering apoptosis in the cells. Once uploaded into GW, it should do some real damage. Snake, you ever think about quitting?
Why? It's not like I've got my health to worry about.
trying to kill yourself. So, you're dead set on going to Haven yourself. Why don't we get somebody else to go? There's no need for you to do it.
I still have things left to do. Besides smoke. Otacon, why don't you jump off the ship with me?
I don't think so. I've still got things to do myself. And I don't even smoke.
Yeah, I was thinking about the smoking thing around the time they were lighting the cigarette. And how it's almost like a weird kind of inspirational thing to think about. It, like, you have to twist what's happening here, but if you recognize kind of Snake's negative behavior, like, I'm gonna be dead anyway, you know, like, they told me I've only got 3 months until I'm a walking weapon of mass destruction and spewing out this mutated fox dye, so I'm just gonna treat myself like shit. And if you can recognize, you know, how bad that is, what he's doing to himself, you know, it's almost like an inspiring thing for yourself to be like, hey, you know, things may look bad right now, but that doesn't mean I should add to the problems by treating myself like shit or whatever. Because you're watching him just engage in this self-destructive behavior. Like, it doesn't matter anyway, right? So I think in a weird way, you can kind of look at that and see how bad it is and kind of, you know, turn that around and be a little inspired to maybe take better care of yourself or whatever. Because I know myself dealing with like a lot of depression and stuff. I get it. I get that kind of drive to just say it doesn't matter anyway, right? I get that. And when I see something like this, it's like, yo, everyone can see how bad, like how bad this is for him. And he's just doing it anyway because he's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know, I think even in some of the most dire situations, you see people who are diagnosed with cancer or something, and they're told, you know, you've got 6 months to live. And yeah, some people die. A lot of people die from it. But other people live. And you hear, you know, 10 years ago, I was told I had 6 months left to live. And look at me now. But if you just said, they told me I only have 6 months to live, so I gave up and I started drinking a bottle of Jack every day and started smoking, 2.5 packs of cigarettes a day or whatever, you're probably going to end up just making it worse, you know? And I feel like that's what he's basically doing to himself. He's in that negative mindset of like, it doesn't matter anyway, so just treat my body like shit. And I don't know, it's just something I was thinking about there. Also, I totally forgot Johnny just straight up tried to grab Mei Ling's ass. What? What? I can't believe I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's probably something else I was going to mention, but it is lost on me at the moment. So let's just go ahead and continue. I do love this game so much, though. It's good stuff. Oh, that's right. Let's see what the act is called real quick. Old Son. There is something that I've been concerned about. I'm not really going to say what it is yet, but I've been assured that it should not be an issue. So we'll find out. I'll call it out when it's relevant. It's something that wouldn't even be remotely apparent unless it's a problem.
Captain, enemy vessel at 300 meters and still rising.
And the engines.
No No problems to report.
Prepare to go full speed ahead, and get the strike team ready for immediate launch.
Aye, aye, Captain.
How long until it surfaces?
About 20 minutes.
Right on schedule. When she surfaces and opens up her armor, we'll move in as planned.
Aye, Captain. Captain,
Yes?
this is my first real engagement.
I see. Your point?
At first, getting assigned to this ship was a big letdown for me. But the inaction was kind of a relief, too. Captain, I'm scared.
It's okay. I'm scared too. This is also my first time. But I'm not going to let it get to me, because I'm more scared of what'll happen if I run away. Nobody is going to die on my watch. This ship is going back to Hawaii in one piece. That, I promise.
Right. Thank you.
That's good leadership. I mean, you know, the rumor was that she caught the eye of some lecherous old man who promoted her. But, I mean, she demonstrated good qualities there. Yeah, from the chat, Snake only cares about killing Liquid, and that's relatable to where you only care about one thing and you don't see the bigger picture. Exactly. It's easy to hyper-focus in on something.
Right. How is he?
He'll live, but he's in no shape to fight. Best to let him rest.
Right.
Without the system to protect them, everybody's losing their nerve. They say SOP's after effects are so bad that a lot of soldiers are deserting.
The only people I have left to rely on are Marilyn, him.
Kind of an unknown quantity, isn't he?
I hooked him up with a 9ID M82.
Johnny's really grabby.
Fancy meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
I laundered these guys' IDs, then issued them new naked weapons, including that catapult you're gonna be riding. Business has been slow ever since Liquid got his hands on the system. His extra orders stopped coming in. Now that all the weapons all over the world are locked, the only ones still looking to fight would be you and yours. They tell me it's not economical to replace all that useless equipment on the battlefield with my stuff. So I made an extra special trip out here, just for you.
Driven, do you even have the slightest idea what's going on here?
Of course I do.
I like how the monkey did the pose too.
See, when it comes down to it, the world's like this soda here. Once the bubbles are gone, I ain't got no use for it. It's worth nothing. I'm on the side of whoever needs me the most. You dig? If you need anything, just say the word. I'm setting up shop here for a spell. Enjoy it. Could be your last.
It is. I'm all out.
just gonna let him do it?
Looks like that last smoke will have to wait after all. Later.
I have you.
Hey, here.
Oh, thanks.
He loves it.
You're over there. There.
Real monkeys will smoke and stuff. Don't condone that.
Liquid's warship, Outer Haven, is a modified version of an Arsenal gear model stolen from the Patriots.
But this one's fake, so it's okay.
Inside, it's crawling with Irving and other unmanned weapons. According to Naomi's data, Haven is crewed by a battalion of enhanced soldiers, each called from the best the PMCs have to offer. If Liquid succeeds in destroying JD and gaining control of the Patriot system, he'll make Haven his flagship, and his PMCs will spread like wildfire across the globe. And then, mankind's armed subjugation will begin.
Captain, Haven sighted.
Prepare to fire, main gun.
Glad Drebin's not standing on it anymore. You know, one thing I didn't want to spoil, they showed the Nomad at the start of the mission briefing, and I was gonna comment, I didn't think this briefing took place on the Nomad. I'm pretty sure it didn't. I'm pretty sure it was here on the Missouri. Not sure why they showed the Nomad.
Listen closely. This is our last chance to stop Liquid from enslaving the planet.
That was a great shot.
Meryl, can you hear me? It's time. Time to do your duty. Remember, no matter what happens, I'll be with you till the very end. You are my pride and joy.
That's a big old beefy boy.
Railgun is exposed.
There it is. A naked nuke.
Let's finish it, Snake. Let this be our last battle. If we're responsible for Liquid's sins, then the onus is ours to bear.
Right.
Enemy moving to intercept.
Maintain full speed.
Failure will spell doom for the human race. You've got to stop them from using that railgun. Then annihilate GW.
Do we know what kind of power supply this Arsenal gear, this Outer Haven has? Because railguns take a lot of power. Like real railguns are very, very power hungry. Is it nuclear powered? Arsenal gear? Well, that looks fun. Okay, from the chat, we have a mention of, I'm surprised they haven't made a game as Liquid yet. If I'm being honest, it would be cool to, like, when he's in the army. I think, what did they say? He was in the SAS during, like, the Gulf War? Was it the Gulf War? And I mean, just knowing the series and stuff, it wasn't as simple as he was just a soldier. Like, you know, he was doing some crazy-ish. So that could be, like, that could be pretty cool. They're sitting on a gold mine with the Fox engine. Maybe not as much anymore, because they haven't done a whole lot with the Fox engine, but I would love to see just Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 remakes in the Fox engine, taking the whole franchise into account and having, like, well-developed, like, scenes and stuff. You know, the original games are cool, but they definitely don't hold up as well. And it'd be cool to see proper cinematic games, remakes of the original 2 games that started it all.
Snake,
Where are you?
sorry. It's my ankle.
Can you walk?
I think so. Ah!
Are you okay?
Hurts a hell of a lot more without SOP.
Makes you feel alive, doesn't it? What about Occupy?
He fell into the ocean. Snake, I'll catch up soon. You go ahead.
Look on.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Snake, can you hear me? GW is toward the ship's stern. Hurry!
All right, and here we go.
Good job, Snake. You made it on board. Welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
All right, let's get through here. All right. There's a few ways we can do this. So, yeah, I was being specific just for Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. I will say for Metal Gear, really did not age well. Metal Gear 2 is a bit better. It's a lot better than Metal Gear in terms of just how well it aged. But I would still like to see more cinematic. There we go. It was close. No! I think this part took me a few tries on my big boss run back in the day. Now granted, on the big boss run you wouldn't be staying around and tranking people that much. You just get a route and you just go. Like, you figure out what route am I going to take that avoids as many enemies as possible, and just go for it. The hell? Oh my god, I cannot aim with controllers. Oh, you can counter? What? Oh, wait. I see. Okay, that's not going well. This is the worst fight I've had all game. Legit. Hey, stop that. All right, let me get those P90s. Come on. Go. Now for the thing I learned yesterday. Oh, they hit me ugly. Hold up. Try to avoid a ration if I can, but my stress is just going to keep going up, and it's going to take a bit. Do I have... Alright, we got this. Oh, right, the war slump means sweet deals. Everything's half off. Can I get that, starts with the T. I thought it was 800,000. Well, I can't quite get it. No tornadoes for us. Oh, emotion mag. That's an interesting thing. You can, well, I don't remember exactly how it works, but you can like affect the emotions of people. Like when they read it, though, because emotions have been a theme throughout the game. Oh, I'm not... Dang, I'm not seeing. I thought I could. Okay, whatever. Tuesday sale? I thought it was Sunday and Wednesday. But either way, Act 5, there's always that sale. This is part of Act 5. I was hoping that the Sunday thing would double up with Act 5 or something.
Snake,
Ow.
use that watertight door to get in.
Which one? I can't remember. Ah, hey, get out of here. You try to knock them out. Nope. Alright, I might just redo this. Yeah, let me redo this. Let me try not to get spotted this time. It was just because I did that dumb takedown early on. It'll work better this time.
Good job, Snake.
That's only my second death.
On board. Welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
We're under attack!
How is that not hitting you? Oh my god. It's fine. No! Oh my god, that was so close. I would really, really like if they would one day put this on PC. I didn't realize the 5.7 was worth that much. No! Damn it. Ow. Oh my god. Why am I so trash today? Dude, stop moving! I can't aim with the controller. How many times do I have to tell you? Can't aim with controllers. I don't know how, when I was a kid, I used to play shooters with controllers. I legit don't know how I used to do that. Because I damn sure can't anymore. Got you. Let's get a little bit of health back. I don't know where this one's at. They don't seem to be moving. Alright, there's Gecko. Hey. I need you to fall. I was about to say, are they armored differently or what? Just go. There we are. No. All right, I think we're good. I'm trying to build the psych and the life back up real quick. Also, while I have a moment, That area is obviously a lot easier if you're willing to be lethal. I don't like being lethal. And one of the problems, it could have been a lot better. I moved too far forward too early, and the way they were swarming me was the problem. You gotta stay back a little bit more. Go around the border a little bit, and it's easier to not get spotted. I think that was my big mistake there.
The corridor leading to GW is defended by direct energy weapons that emit certain types of microwaves. Did you say microwaves? The battery waves start to evaporate.
Sounds like a perfect job for me.
Also, I don't know if I'll have... Yeah, I won't. Unless it tells me to press start right here. I kind of hope it does, for 2 reasons. Alright, good. The first thing is, I feel like I messed up yesterday because there was the... Normally, I'm really good about codex stuff, but particularly with Act 3, it kind of... There's not as much going on where you can really get a lot of good codec, because there's not really that much in terms of gameplay in Act 3. Not a lot of variety. And then I kind of carried that mentality into Act 4. And then the thing with Act 4, there's already a lot of like flashbacks and discussions going on that I really slipped up on the codec there. And I could have got a lot of really good calls, especially like around the communications towers and stuff. There's some good calls you can have that I just kind of missed out on. Feel bad about that. All right, before I continue, I'm gonna step away for just a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom, and then we'll continue. So I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Let's get started. Or continue. Can't hide that ammo that I don't need. I'm gonna try and pick it up anyway. Stop equipping the M4. I know it's a cool weapon, but stop it.
Meryl's in danger.
We don't use those here. Oh, I actually hit them? Okay, I'll take it. Stop it. Oh, they're up above. Something. Oh my god, I'm never gonna hit anyone. Oh my god. It does an acceleration thing, which I hate, but I don't want to turn off because then it'll probably throw me off even more. But like when you first start holding the stick in a direction, it's really slow, and then it doesn't do it in this camera, but when you're aiming, it starts out really slow and then it speeds up a bit. And when you're having to keep going left and right because they keep moving in different directions, it's even harder to aim. Make sure you stay down. see they are up top. Oh my god, are you serious? There. They should probably be dropping down at some point. Howard. There, I was like, some of those had to have hit. Over there. Right, let's wait this out a little bit. See him walking around. More. I'm coming right through here, I see. Sell these. They had up there? No, right there. Got him. All right. I recovered a decent amount of health. It didn't look like psych was going to increase.
Snake.
Need some WD-40. Your joints are pretty squeaky.
Snake. Run.
I know your wavelength. It brings back memories.
It can't be.
Don't do it.
Johnny.
He come in with the damn M107.
It has been a long time, Snake.
You, Psycho Mantis.
No, that was another me. Can you hear the screams? They cry for battle. Let me hear you scream! Howl! Roar! From the very depths of your soul! What's this? I see.
Can't control him. No M4, stop it. Okay, I know a better way to do this. Get rid of that railgun. Give me that stun G. I think that'll do it. Oh! Rip game. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Alright, let's try some other... Oh, wait. I'm not... Just trying to knock her out. Okay, it's not working very well. Alright, I'm gonna try the next thing. What the hell? I'm not doing that. When I aim, I'm not touching... That's weird, I didn't know about that. Okay, so we do have to deal with this first, I think. Hey, you stop that. Oh, I know what's happening. I have strings too. How do I use it? Just, yeah. The music got intense. Come on. Blow your brains out. Oh no, you're coming after me. Where is she? Now, is it going to be blow your brains out time? Oh, it looks like it. There she is. Got it.
She can't control her victims.
Puppet held by Screaming Mantis.
Go grab that puppet.
Stop it, I did. Puppet held by Screaming Mantis in her right hand exudes a sinister aura that ensnares the very will of the living. Oh yeah, don't let me die. I knew I was about to potentially take damage, but don't let me die. I'll use rations. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I tried to... He's trying to roll out of the way. Got it. Sorrow Doll, the puppet held by Screaming Mantis in her left hand, radiates an evil ambience that desecrates the very souls of the dead. So you radio with L1, release ghosts with R1. After scoring a direct hit, shake the controller while holding L1 to manipulate the target. Oh. Damn, I tried to roll there too. Alright, so now we go in here. Let me equip this. Oh, right. Right. I think it actually has to be this one. Even though it looks lethal, I think it has to be this one. Oh, it does work! Perfect. Okay. I can't shake the controller. I'm on a PlayStation 4 controller, but if you rotate the sticks, it works. That's the thing I've been worried about since I started this run. I was afraid I would just not be able to fight the boss. The way the arm grabbed on. The hell's up with your legs? That looked uncomfortable. Okay, come on, cameraman. Okay. Cameraman's certified camel toe examiner. You too? I like that he just watches this.
Get out of my body.
Do we need an ass shot counter in this game? It's like Final Fantasy X up in here. Personal space. Alright, so now's the time to mention something that we could do on all of these. If you wait minutes, it's like 3 minutes or something, they'll start speeding up. They'll get faster and faster, and then eventually they'll just grab you and they'll take you to a white, like endless white void. And then if you have the camera and you pull it out, they'll actually start posing and you take shots of them and stuff. I don't think it works here, but I know in that white room, if you play music, they'll like dance around and stuff, and it's really easy to get free shots. Screaming Mantis doll, I almost forgot. I don't know if there's anything else I would get. Yeah, they straight up go into like this weird photo shoot mode. And there's like a 3-minute timer that pops up. And then once the timer runs out, you just automatically, like, they die. I think she's the limbo champion. Bent all the way back. It's not working. The PlayStation 4 controller.
No vibration either. No more massages for you then.
if you have a DualShock 3 controller, it will vibrate, and he'll be like, vibration is back, because the original PlayStation 3 controller didn't have vibration.
Spirit of the warrior will always be with you.
So,
Drebin.
bested the last beast. That doll you just picked up lets you manipulate anybody who's got nanomachines in them. Sounds like something the devil's cooked up, if you ask me. Mantis came from South America. She was born and raised in a country racked by never-ending civil wars. Her village was attacked by enemy forces and burned to the ground. This was when she was still a little girl. Hunted by enemy death squads, she was separated from her family. She barely managed to escape with her life. Ended up in the basement of this one building. It was full of corpses that had been dumped there. Almost all of them had been tortured to death. She was petrified with fear. And then, she heard the sound of heavy boots on the floor above her, followed by shrieking screams. The kind that would make every hair on your body stand straight up. She had stumbled across a makeshift torture chamber. Somebody'd locked the door, and she was trapped. It was dark, it was dank, and it was full of a wretched stench. She couldn't sleep with the screams of torture victims all around her. All she could do was sit curled up in one corner of the room, trembling. A week passed, then 10 days. She managed to keep hydrated by drinking the filthy water pooled up on the floor, but there was no food. Being trapped in that kind of place, half crazy from hunger, did a serious number on her mind. Did you know female mantises eat their mates? The screams went on day and night. She covered her ears, but it didn't help. And then, she was saved by a little black mantis that taught her how to block out the screams, how to plug up her inner ears.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying, Snake, that when she couldn't stand the hunger any longer, she started feeding on the corpses. But only the male ones. She didn't realize who was doing it. In her mind, it was a female mantis devouring her mates. It was like one big twisted waking dream. There was no mantis, of course. It was all a hallucination. Nothing more than some story spun by another person she'd created inside. Her unstable mind was what made her so vulnerable. Later, they ripped out what was left of her psyche with drugs and hypnosis and implanted the persona of Psycho Mantis. It wasn't her will that controlled the B&Bs. It was Psycho Mantis, half assimilated into her soul, pulling the strings. Screaming Mantis was just another puppet. Anyway, she survived several weeks down in that hellhole and finally got back to the surface. But the screams in her head didn't subside. They would always be with her. Only this time, they weren't real. The inner earplugs didn't work anymore. The black mantis had disappeared. There was no place left to escape. Which is why she was always screaming, to drown out the ones in her own head. But it's over now. You freed Mantis from that dark nightmare.
The last of them beasts.
You got it, pal. Well, I'm done playing storyteller for a while. Now get going. GW's waiting. And this time, you get to make up the ending.
Never mind me, I'm just over here sneezing. Alright, so we got the face camo. Anything else? Nope, because we already got the weapons. Both dolls. So one of them's lethal, one of them's non-lethal. Same color coding as always.
Snake. Where's Johnny? Here. Go on without me. This time, I'll protect you. Go. Destroy DW while there's still time. While I'm still alive.
Meryl.
Snake, the corridor ahead is full of microwaves.
Yeah. No way I'm getting through there uncooked. I'm sorry you got dragged into this.
This time, I've got your back. We'll meet again on the other side. Go. Hurry. Go.
Yo, she's squeezing though.
Enough is enough, Snake. You can't take any more of this.
It's not about winning or losing.
Tongues of dying men enforce attention like deep pond where words are spent. They are seldom said.
Why don't we get somebody else?
I've got nothing to lose. You were the lightning in that ray. Can still shine through the darkness.
Go. Hurry.
Sorry.
We'll meet again on the other side.
Time to do your duty. Failure will spell doom for the human race.
Go. Last mag. Come on, Snake. I can't hold out much longer. Damn it! I can't protect anyone.
Now hold on.
I can't.
You've killed someone with like every single bullet. You're out of ammo, there's only so much you can do.
Meryl!
Johnny! Johnny, you're all right.
Here.
You trying to make up for being late?
Meryl. I'll never leave you alone again.
Cover!
Clear!
Ready! Who needs nanomachines anyway? Right, Johnny? Tell me something! How come Mantis couldn't control you?
I figure she probably used people's nanomachines to manipulate their behavior. No nanomachines, no control.
But don't you?
No, I don't have any nanomachines in me.
What?
Every time we had mandatory shots, I ducked out.
Don't tell me you knew this was gonna happen.
Nah, I just hate needles.
So that's why you were always out of sync with the team.
I tried to keep track of everybody's data on my wearable, but I could never keep up.
And why you weren't affected in Europe on the Volta.
Yep.
Asshole. Johnny, I'm running low.
Don't worry. I got these from Drebin. Meryl.
Johnny, I never knew. All those horrible things I said.
Forget it.
All those stomach aches? Was that because the nanomachines weren't there to suppress them?
Yeah.
But if you're afraid of shots, why'd you join my team?
I wanted to be near you. To protect you.
Johnny?
Meryl. I've always loved you. Ever since Shadow Moses, when I first laid eyes on you. Meryl, marry me.
He's got a hell of a sense of timing.
What do you say?
I have to say, no.
You'd rather stay single? Okay, but we don't have to make it official.
No.
Well, how about we just move in together then?
Nope.
Why? Is there something wrong with me?
No. I'd just rather do things my way. Johnny. Marry me.
Huh?
I'll say it again. Marry me.
Sure. It'd be my pleasure.
Hey. And don't even think about cheating on me.
I wouldn't dare.
And I want a real wedding. With flowers and a cake. It's been my dream since I was a little girl. I want to be a bride. Take me home, Johnny.
As goofy and unrealistic as it is, I love that scene. It's such a good contrast with how they don't need the nanomachines, but they're working in sync just as well as the team was at the beginning. If I really wanted right here, I could pull out the M4 and just pop these dudes and get a bunch of free Drebin points, but it's not that big of a deal. Because I think each one's worth 500. And they don't count as kills because they're not people. They're not alive. Oh, I'm not even... Yeah, I'm not doing anything. Auto running. Yeah, I like auto running games. It only makes sense on some kind of games, but I know Elder Scrolls had it for a while. I don't know if it does in Elder Scrolls 5, I can't remember, but MMOs have it sometimes.
Snake? Snake!
They're not working.
Come on! Get up! On your feet, Snake!
Run.
I am lightning. The rain transformed.
Snake, leave this to me. I'll go to the server room.
The corridor's full of microwaves. One of us is enough.
My body is a machine. I can take it.
Your body may be a machine, but your heart is a human. You've got a life to go back to.
She means nothing to me now.
Ryan, look at me. You still have your youth. Don't waste it. You can start over. From here on, this is my fight. We tore the world apart. Made your life a living hell. It's my duty to put an end to all of this.
All right. I'll make sure they don't get through.
Stay with me, Snake. Hold on until we insert the virus.
How kind of the frogs to just let us, you know, have this pep talk and stuff.
Lock it from the inside.
Done.
Thank you, Snake.
So I've seen a lot of people online over the years just ask why does he need to go through the microwave corridor? Why couldn't the Mark III go through? But we don't know what's on the other side, right? The Mark III isn't really capable of defending itself. Ah, look at it walking.
Snake, that place is saturated with microwaves. The longer you stay in there, the greater damage you'll take. Get through there as quickly as possible. Don't give up on me, Snake!
I'm not going to mute the mic, so you might hear a lot of tapping here. It just adds to the immersion. Right? The end is in sight. We're almost there. Come on, Snake. I know you got no health. You're running on pure will.
You've got to keep moving, please. Don't give up on me, Snake.
Got it. I don't know if you can die there. Maybe if you just don't press things. That's a great scene, though.
So this is GW. It's like a graveyard in here.
Protocol. Can you do it?
Leave it to me.
Yeah, and if this is GW, then this must be the same Arsenal gear, unless they moved it to a different one. Autocon's really lucky everything has the exact same interface, so he can just put his little tentacle thing into it. What if we got in here and it had a different socket? Don't drop it.
It's over.
I did it! Johnny!
still spreading. And it's not stopping at GW. Is it removing the other clones? No. Wait. I don't believe this. Naomi.
What is it?
JD is being erased.
Snake. Hal. It's you, isn't it? I hope you're listening. The virus you uploaded is using GW as a conduit to annihilate the entire AI network. It's set to destroy all 4 AIs, along with JD, the core that tied them all together. I've set this video to play back once they're all gone. Sons of the Patriots was only the beginning. The Patriots were planning to use nanomachines to implement the system over the entire population. I had an obligation to stop it. With a little help from Sunny. She helped me. She believed her talents could help you all put GW to rest. What she created was an anti-AI fox dye. But this virus's name is Fox Alive. It's the conceptual opposite of the nanomachines that I created all those years ago. We wish to free the captured foxes, to let them run free in the wild. By the time you hear this, I'm afraid I'll be gone. It's a strange feeling, leaving a message to be delivered after you've died. Hal, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Sorry I deceived you. It hurt me more than anything else, lying to you like that. I wanted to apologize to you before, but I never got the chance.
Naomi.
And yet, in the end, you helped me feel the joy of living. Thank you, Hal. Thank you. Snake, hear me. Our country is an innocent child once more. A new dawn is rising. Now, she can build a new destiny for herself. Snake. The time has come. You've earned your rest. The rose petal is about to fall.
Snake? Snake! Snake!
Yeah, that doesn't look good. All right. What a hell of a scene. The only thing I don't like about scenes like that, not trying to take away from the mood, is what if somebody else went in there? What if somebody else did it? Like she left a message. It's like assuming nobody else would do it. But what if Raiden had gone in or something? Or what if, I mean, I don't know. It's just like a lot is riding on very specific circumstances for her message to even make sense. And part of my brain is just always like, oh, what if? But no, it is a very powerful scene. Just everything there. Seeing Mei Ling, for instance, you know, at those last moments, like we're about to be obliterated. You know, she looks up, she's staring at Rey in the face as Rey is about to presumably use its water cutter thing. And then everything shuts down right at the right moment. Raiden, you know, he's been jacked up yet again. He can't make it through a single scene in this game without getting jacked up. Johnny and Meryl, like they barely, like everyone just barely escaped at the right moment. But I mean, I think it's a great scene. Snake not looking so good on the other hand. He's just sitting there having seizures or whatever. You know, he just went through the damn tunnel, the microwave tunnel. He's barely holding on, so not great. Let's save, let's continue. I see that reference, Tusk. I got you. Outer Haven.
Snake, wait here. I'll get a medic.
Enough! Stop this pointless fighting! This is no war!
Rise and shine, Snake. Look, the war is over. Why? You could have stopped us. Stopped you? Why would I want to do that? This is just as I'd hoped things would end. Back before Father's time, before Zero gave birth to the Patriots, the US, China, and the Soviet Union formed a secret pact. The organization they created was called the Philosophers. Through 2 world wars, it spread its roots and extended its reach. After that, the Philosophers splintered, and factions began to squabble over the fortune they'd amassed. They called it the Philosopher's Legacy, a massive cache of funds that would later provide the foundation for Zero's Patriots. Zero sought to use his riches to achieve world domination. Our father, Big Boss, sought to free himself from that chokehold. His dream was to create an army of free citizens, one that answered to no government. Outer Heaven. But he failed because of you. 9 years ago, I tried to free us from the control of our genes. 4 years later, our dear brother Solidus sought to free us from the control of the Patriots' means. All of it, was nothing more than a process of trial and error, the end result of which is Outer Haven. To be free from sons of the Patriots, the ultimate form of external control imposed on the Patriot soldiers. Free from Foxdie. Free from the system. Free from ID control. Our minds free from their prisons. That is the haven I've yearned for.
And he's doubling up.
This is it, brother. Our final moment. The battle has ended, but we are not yet free. The war is over, but we still have a score to settle. You've got, Snake.
This is the part, by the way, where the syringes go a little overboard. Ooh. Nah, don't share needles, bro. Metal Gear Solid 1 music. Friendly reminder that Ocelot is 70 years old. God, that's such a good scene, though. Oof. Big oof. It won't let me get up. Come on. This is a good song, Tusk. Oh, you heard that? By the way, on the big boss run, or just on the hardest difficulty in general, it's easily the hardest fight in the game. Oh, you see that weave? Knock the Metal Gear Solid out of that ass. Because now we're on Metal Gear Solid 2. Can I stun it? Can I... No. I was wondering if I can get him locked into the cycle. Watch the health bars too, because they change. Even though it's the hardest fight in the game, on the at least on the hardest difficulty, this might be my favorite. Well, Rex versus Ray might be my favorite. It's close. Knock the Metal Gear Solid 2 out of him. Almost missed that. See how the health bars changed? Dude, I'm not doing well in this part. Oh, I hit the button too late. I definitely hit it. Oh, there was a triangle somewhere in there. Metal Gear Solid 2. That didn't look like 3, but it should have been 3. That's such a good fight. So good.
This is only the beginning, Snake. America will descend into chaos. It'll be the Wild West all over again. No law, no order. Fire will spread across the world. The people will fight. And through battle, they will know the fullness of life. At last, our Father's will is out in heaven, is complete. Somewhere out there, I know he's laughing. We are beasts created by man. Unless the light is put out, the shadows cannot be erased. So long as there is light, erasing shadows will do no good. I am Liquid's doppelganger, and you are his. Just like your father. You're pretty good.
You're pretty good. Pretty good.
He did it. The idea there is in those last couple of lines were not Liquid, but it was actually Ocelot coming through. Don't mind us. Just a couple of old-ass dudes beating the shit out of each other.
Sonny's program destroyed JD's brain, but left the brainstem intact. She analyzed Naomi's black box and separated the Patriot's control system from the vital lifelines of society. Water, air, electricity, food, medicine, communication, transportation. She cut off the Patriots' control while preserving modern civilization. Maybe it was her way of avenging Olga, her mother. Or maybe she wanted to shape the future into her own ideal image. Or maybe it was just one big defragmentation. Fox Alive. The AI is truly a living thing. The Patriots' reign has crumbled away. And still, our civilization A civilization that has thrived on war since the dawn of time lives on. I wonder if we did the right thing. Naomi. What did we lose? What did we save?
Save. Yep, let's do it. It's not over yet. Loading. Oh my god, it's so slow. Come on. The ending is too hype. Epilogue. Naked Sin. Strap yourselves in, boys.
You look amazing.
Congratulations.
I like how she's strapped at her own, like... She's in a wedding dress here, and she's got a gun.
Colonel. You're going to walk me down the aisle.
You're not angry anymore.
Oh, I'm still mad. But now, you've got a chance to win me over.
You're right. We have plenty of time now. Meryl, you look beautiful.
dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join these two in holy matrimony. Let us give thanks for the life they will soon share, and pray they have love everlasting. Now, let's all send this new team on their first mission.
Huh?
Hey. Huh? Go on. Do it.
Oh.
Just in time.
Drebin.
And I brought gifts.
Drebin.
A shower of flowers, compliments of Drebin. And a little something extra from me.
Drebin was suspicious from the start, but he's been a pretty cool dude. He's helped us out a lot. He's put himself on the line. Yeah! That bottle of wine's like almost as big as he is.
The bouquet!
It's okay, I'd be simping for Maylene though.
Where's Snake?
Who knows? That guy always keeps you waiting.
Sunny, come on!
Snake. Thank you.
Jack, how are you feeling? Do you mind if I sit down? Jack.
Don't shut me out. I need you to listen to me.
What do you want? Come to laugh at me?
Look. Look at the boy.
Cute. Campbell's kid.
No. He's yours.
No way.
I don't have any kids.
He's your son.
You said miscarriage.
I lied. I had a healthy baby boy. Roy pretended to be my husband, to protect me and our son. Only until you completed your mission, to shield us from Patriot eyes.
What?
He didn't even tell Meryl. He sacrificed everything, even his family, to protect us.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry, Jack. I wanted to tell you.
So he's really...
John, aren't you going to say hello?
My son. Little John.
What?
Scared of me, huh? I don't blame you. It's okay.
I'm not scared. I think you're cool. Kinda like a comic book superhero.
John.
Rose. I'm done running.
But for real, Jack is maybe the most emotionally unstable character in the series. He said the same thing at the end of 2. Like, we're gonna have a life together, and, you know, I'm done running from my past. And you spent this whole game being a weird edgelord. They don't matter to me, I don't have a family.
No longer afraid.
I'll never leave you alone again.
Also, let's hope these arms don't possess him like Ocelot.
Like a scene from Beauty and the Beast.
Don't say that. You're no beast.
I was talking about you, Rose.
You're my husband. And his father. and me. I'm going to do my very best to be the wife and mother this family deserves.
I mean, all you can hope for is that it works out for him, but I personally get a lot of parallels from the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, where he's like, all right, I'm going to accept my past, and we're going to be a nice family and everything. He said a lot of the same kind of stuff. All right, we got Snake. In memory of a patriot who saved the world. A hero forever loyal to the flames of war rests in outer heaven.
War has changed. Our time has ended. Our war is over. But there's one more thing I must do. One last punishment I must endure. Erase my genes. Wipe this meme from the face of the earth. This is my final mission.
Nothing beats a stiff drink, huh?
Real change of mood, right?
I didn't know you drank. I thought it was strictly soda for you.
Not like I never touched the stuff. Soda just agreed with the nanos better. The nano machines break down alcohol before it has a chance to get you drunk.
So, that explains it. No need to hold back anymore, huh?
Yeah, well, It ain't all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of folks lost their entire sense of being the moment SOP went offline.
You mean SOPS? I heard some people are going through withdrawals. SOP syndrome.
Yep. SOP kept more than just alcohol under control. Those poor slobs are virtually naked now.
From what I hear, over 10% are showing symptoms. I guess getting rid of the Patriots won't solve all our problems overnight.
You, probably already suspected this, but I'm not actually an employee of AT Security.
Huh?
The Patriots raised me to be a gun launder.
The Patriots?
My earliest memories are of the LRA. They kidnapped me, forced me to fight. Yep, you're staring at a former child soldier. My parents, brothers and sisters, all killed in the war. Guess that makes me what you'd call a war orphan. After that, the Patriots picked me up and brought me into the family business. I was Drebin, number 893. There's a whole lot of pawns like me all over the world. How do you suppose I laundered guns like I did? 'Cause they let me. In fact, I was under strict orders to back you guys from the start.
You what?
Hey, man. Don't take it personal. I wasn't the only one under their orders.
Huh? Meryl and...
They probably never realized it themselves, but... Rat Patrol, Team 01.
You can't unsee this.
Patriot.
Played like a violin.
But why?
Yeah, they played us like a damn fiddle.
Obviously, Liquid's plot was a threat to the Patriots. So they planned to have you guys take care of it.
Didn't turn out quite how they planned, though, did it?
Yeah, well, I don't think they expected you to crash their system and wipe them out.
So, does that mean you're out of a job now?
Are you kidding? I got the Drebins. All the Drebins in the world are in on it. From now on, we're in business for ourselves. We are pawns no more.
Easy there.
The White House might have lost its taste for unilateralism, started to rebuild. But there's a lot of failed states out there that went bankrupt from their PMC habits, and they owe a shitload of money. Now, only question is, who's gonna pick up the tab? I'm sure these new governments will try and keep it under control with PMC corporate reform laws, but it ain't gonna be good enough. They all sunk up to their eyeballs in the war economy. Might not be a new world order, but the old order under the war economy's gone for good. I'm guessing the UN is gonna be more important than ever, what with multilateralism and all. A certain president said it best back during the Cold War. For in the development of this organization rests the only true alternative to war. Then again, the UN itself's just an old 20th century relic. And if you think about it, when you look at its history, it ain't that different from the Patriots.
Ah, that's right. The nano machines used to keep you sober.
Crush. Mix. Burn. Learn. Repeat.
Hey, Uncle Hal, can I give him the Mark III?
Huh?
He's kinda a new friend.
It's a PlayStation controller.
We can't understand each other's language, but we're having fun. He's my very first outside friend.
Really? That's great. Sonny, it's okay if you want to live outside now. It's your life. There are other havens out there.
The sun looks so pretty.
Sonny,
I like it outside. Uncle Hal, when is Snake coming back?
Snake. Is sick. So he went on a trip to help him get better.
We're not going with him?
No. He needs to be alone.
I wonder if I'll ever see him again.
Snake had a hard life.
That gets me every time.
He needs some time to rest.
Are you crying, Uncle Hal?
No. I'm not crying.
Oh.
Had a hard life is an understatement. All right, I think this is it. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh no, we're good. Okay. So, fun fact. When I should have showed this the time yesterday when I pulled out the Mark III, but if you actually look at Snake when you're controlling it, he's holding a PlayStation controller. It's a nice little touch. They call him Little John here. I can't help but think about it, you know, the rapper Lil Jon. Crunk music. What a game. I'm serious, that gets me every time. Like, even knowing it was on the way already had me like preconditioned, knowing what Otacon was going to say about Snake having a hard life and everything, and the way he's trying to protect Sunny from the grim reality of what happened. That's right, because she's going to find out. She's going to know.
That's right. Good. just yet. It's been a long time, Snake.
Debriefing Naked Sun.
Let it go, my son. I'm not here to fight. Or should I call you brother?
What?
It's over. Time for you to put aside the gun and live. It all began with a bunch of old fools. Now, they've all passed away. Their era of folly is over. I'm the only one left, and soon I'll be gone too.
How can you still be alive?
That body, liquid burned on the Volta, wasn't mine. That was the body of a clone. Solidus.
They showed the eye of it multiple times. It was the wrong eye missing.
Perfect clone. Zero and the proxy AIs that came after him were convinced that Solidus was me. I was implanted with nanomachines, kept in a state of eternal sleep by JD and the proxy AI. They had me sealed away completely, not only my physical body, but my will too. The technology was similar to what they used to restrain the B&B members you encountered. For me to wake again, the system had to be destroyed, one way or another. Ocelot and Eva wanted two things: to bring me back to life and to end the Patriots. That meant destroying the AI and killing the man, JD and Zero. Right before you uploaded the virus into GW, the way to JD was opened, but only through the physical manifestation of GW. That's when we finally learned the location of this man, Zero. For me, and for them, for Naomi, nothing was more important. And it was for that they put their grand scheme into motion. Eva stole my body from them and reconstructed it by replacing the missing parts with pieces from Liquid and Solidus. And Ocelot, in order to fool the system, used nanomachines and psychotherapy to transplant Liquid's personality onto his own. He used hypnotic suggestion to turn himself into Liquid's mental doppelganger. For all our advances in nanotechnology, information and genetic control, they've never managed to control people at will, let alone turn one person totally into another. Under certain conditions, someone can be made to play a specific role. Act like someone else. Cats do love to play as snakes. It all started with him. Zero. Zero grew old, and by the end his Patriots were being run by a network without shape or form.
What do you mean, without shape or form?
The proxies were only one small part of the vast cycle that Zero created. The corporations, for-profits, and research institutions that comprise the military-industrial complex were part of it too. They operated on budgets automatically allotted to them by the proxies. Accounts maintained by the Patriots. The network covered everything from weapons R&D and investment to production and marketing. It encompassed the people, the companies, even the laws that protect them. Politics and economics became nothing more than iterations of the same oppressively uniform system. I don't think anyone realized that it was all a setup, a mere set of norms. The Patriots were those norms, a neural network reduced to its simplest form. That's what they really represented. Uniformity without individual will, without change. But then one day, those norms suddenly deviated from that pattern and underwent a mutation. It was like the birth of a new life form. The system found a new way to propagate itself. War. The norms the Patriots had crafted for their unified state quickly became dependent on a single business, the war economy. Meanwhile, the political cause of creating a cleaner, safer battlefield provided a convenient catalyst. By then, the system was no longer being steered by Zero's will, or anyone else's. It was then that the norms, manifested as AIs, the inheritors of Zero's will, began to reproduce and take on a life of their own. Zero's original intent was to carry on the boss's will and establish a unified world state, an inside world. But his successors failed to carry on his will. Eventually, JD became the very age itself, propagating its will as it pleased, and this age chose to act through economics instead of nation-states. Powered by the industrial and digital revolutions that came before it, this age gave birth to a twisted economic revolution, a battlefield revolution. It created a new world without substance. In this new world, there were no ideologies, no principles, no ideals, not even the thing she treasured most, loyalty. There was only the war economy. It was a colossal error in judgment, one Zero couldn't possibly have foreseen. With the American system in a state of collapse, the Patriot Society has reverted to a blank slate. This man was the source of it all. doesn't even realize it. He's completely unaware of the fact that he led the world to the brink of ruin. Even with so much bad blood between us, it's funny. Now that I'm actually face to face with him again, the hatred is gone. All I feel is a deep sense of longing and pity. Did Zero really hate me? Or did he fear me? Huh. It's too late to ask him now. The original members, Paramedic, Sigint, Eva, Ocelot, they've all passed on. Only Zero is left. Everything has its beginning, but it doesn't start at one. It starts long before that, in chaos. The world is born from zero. The moment zero becomes one is the moment the world springs to life. One becomes two, two becomes 10, 10 becomes 100. Taking it all back to one solves nothing. So long as zero remains, one will eventually grow to 100 again. And so, our goal was to erase Zero. Even the mighty Patriots began with a single man. That one man's desires grew huge, bloated, absorbed technology, began to manipulate the economy. We realized too late that we had created a beast. We had helped turn Zero into 100. His sin was ours. And for that reason, I'm taking it upon myself to send Zero back to nothing.
You going back to Zero as well?
You erased me 2 times before. Today will mark the 3rd. The fox die Zero planted in you. It's already begun eating away at my body. Truth is, the fox die in you is what killed Eva and Ocelot.
What are you talking about?
Naomi, She told me everything.
What's wrong?
They did it again. Oh, they used you to kill me. Oh, the Patriots. No, they're proxies. In order to bury us. They did it again. In the end, they're no more than a program. Oh, all they can do is repeat the same pattern over and over again. Do me a favor, will you? Take me over to her.
That's why when we first got here, we saw the flowers at the grave to signify someone had been putting them there. And who else would be putting them there other than Big Boss?
There's one more thing Naomi wanted me to tell you. About the old fox dye in your body. The one that mutated. The new fox dye inside you continues to multiply. At the same time, it is preventing the old mutated fox dye from reproducing. The new fox dye is uprooting the old. Naomi confirmed it in her follow-up. The mutants are receding. Before long, they'll be gone entirely.
Does that mean the mutant strain won't cause an epidemic?
Oh, it will only live as long as you do. But even then, the process will just repeat itself. One day, the new fox dye too will start to mutate and become a new threat. That is, if you manage to live that long.
Am I going to die?
Everyone dies. You can't stop it. You can't run away from it. Let me tell you something. Don't waste the life you have left fighting. I never thought of you as a son. But I've always respected you as a soldier and as a man. If you'd been in my place back then, maybe you wouldn't have made the same mistakes that I did. Ever since the day I killed the boss with my own hands, I was already dead. Boss, you were right. It's not not about changing the world. It's about doing our best to leave the world the way it is. It's about respecting the will of others and believing in your own. Isn't that what you fought for? At last, I understand the meaning behind what you did. At last, I understand the truth behind your courage. It's almost time for me to go. And with me, the last ember of this fruitless war dies out. And at last, those old evils will be gone. Once the source of evil returns to zero, a new one, a new future will be born. That new world is yours to live in, not as a snake, but as a man. Know this. Zero and I, Liquid and Solidus, we all fought a long, bloody war for our liberty. We fought to free ourselves from nations and systems and norms and ages. But no matter how hard we tried, the only liberty we found was on the inside, trapped within those limits. The boss and I may have chosen different paths, but in the end, we were both trapped inside the same cage. Liberty. But you have been given freedom. Freedom to be outside. You are nobody's tool now. No one's toy. You are no longer a prisoner of fate. You are no longer a seed of war. It's time for you to see the outside world with your own eyes. Your body and your soul are are your own. Forget about us. Live for yourself. And find a new lease on life. Boss, you only need one snake. No. The world would be better off without snakes. This is good, isn't it?
Metal Gear Solid 4 Sadness Simulator 2008. What are you talking about, Tusk? Never thought a Metal Gear could make you sad. I mean, you saw the ending of 3, right? 'Cause that one's pretty rough. And there's so many references in this ending back to the ending of 3. Oh boy, that always gets me right there when he takes that hit of the cigar and he just says, "This is good, isn't it?" Yeah, that real men cry at that ending. It's good stuff. That whole scene when Big Boss arrives. I mean, I'm thinking about it. He'd have to be in his mid-80s. But what does that mean for someone who was kept alive as this kind of biomort and re-pieced together with chunks of liquid and solidus? I don't know what age really means to that kind of person at that point, but he was in Bikini Atoll in the early 50s, so he had to be around 20, maybe early 20s. So you think he was probably born around 30, around 1930, and this is 2014. So he's got to be around his mid-80s, I would think. But wow, what a game. What a conclusion to the Metal Gear Solid timeline. To put it into perspective, of course, Metal Gear Solid came out in 1998, and that's when myself and a lot of people here were introduced to it. Not a lot of us had exposure to the previous games. For part of it being that they were for the MSX, there was the Nintendo version, but it didn't get as much exposure. So for a lot of us in 98, we got exposed to Metal Gear Solid for the first time. And, you know, learned about these characters, learned about Big Boss through that game. I don't think any of us in 98 had a clue where this was going to take us even 10 years later. Even just a few years later, like three years later when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. There's a lot of fan service and stuff in this game. There's a lot of goofy moments and stuff. I've made it clear I'm not a big fan of how Raiden changed in this game. Not really my kind of thing. But overall, I mean, I think this game is beautiful. The high moments in this game are so high that they're just hard to match. I go back to it again, but the Ray and Rex fight is just incredible. The entire concept of revisiting Shadow Moses Island in a more modern game engine and everything, right, where you get to really see what it looks like in full 3D and explore these places that for people like myself in the 90s, like we grew up playing that, and to see a high definition realization of those classic areas, it's pure fan service, but it's beautiful. And just personally, the way this whole last act just seals everything together, the way this whole game just seals everything up, all these things that have been building for the past almost 20 years, right? If you go back to the original Metal Gear, the way everything had just built up to these moments, and the way this game kind of locks everything in, ties up all these loose ends. Now, of course, there are more games. If you want to go with the games that are just considered canon, we have Peace Walker, and we have Metal Gear Solid 5. Peace Walker, I think, came out in 2010, so about 2 years after this. And then I think Ground Zeroes was maybe 2014, which is like the first part of Metal Gear Solid 5. And then Metal Gear Solid 5 itself was like 2015, I think. So at this point, nobody knew we were going to have more games. This is the ending of the series in terms of it's just wrapped everything up. We just wrapped up Big Boss's storyline with his death there. I mean, unless they want to say he comes back again. But we just wrapped up Big Boss's storyline finally. This is supposed to be the end of Snake's storyline of Solid Snake. Yeah, Tusk is saying in the chat, killing Zero. Zero was the last, he was the founder of the Patriots, but he was also the last member. I mean, unless you count Big Boss, because Big Boss was part of it as well, but he's gone now, right? So Zero and Big Boss, we had Paramedic and Sigint, Ocelot, Eva, they're all gone now. There are no more Patriot members. Oh, Beauty and the Beast photo shooting session. This is what I was talking about earlier. Weird little Easter egg thing. But there are no more members of the Patriots anymore. They're all gone now. So we've wrapped up the Patriots. We've wrapped up... Basically, they gave Solid Snake an out here. And they said, you know, the new Fox Die is taking over. It's uprooting the old. You're not going to become a walking weapon of mass destruction in 3 months. You have a chance to live, at least for a little bit. You know, you are a clone. They did shorten your telomeres and everything. You're going to have a shortened lifespan, because Solid Snake, at this point in the game, I think would be 42. If I remember the year he was born correctly, I think he'd be 42. But the rapid aging, you know, I don't know, what's he... Probably more like 70, right? So he is going to have a shortened lifespan, but he's basically been given a chance to live, you know, as best he can for the remainder of that. And this goes back to something I talked about at the beginning of the stream, and I was kind of getting to that, but I didn't want to spoil what was going to happen. But let's talk about what I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, where he was smoking and coughing and just tearing his body up, right? Every time he was smoking, like it was clear he couldn't handle it anymore. And that's something I mentioned, where he was looking at things short-sighted, and for probably good reason, but he was in this mindset where he said, it doesn't matter, right? I'm gonna be a walking weapon of mass destruction in 3 months. Who cares if I treat my body like shit? And every time he smoked and he's just coughing and it's clearly not doing him any favors, but he says, I don't care. This is something I talked about earlier, where I said you can relate to this in real life, where I deal with a lot of depression and stuff, and it's easy to only look at the short term and say, you know, I'm really depressed. I don't care what I do to myself. I don't care if I eat like shit. I don't care if I don't work out or whatever, because why does it matter, right? And it's really easy to get wrapped up and hyper focus in on things like that and not see the long term, because you may think that right now, or you may be in that mindset that right now things are so bad they're not going to get better or whatever, right? You may be in that mindset, but you never know when things are going to change. And if you kind of treat yourself like shit right now, like Snake was doing to himself, he let himself be consumed by those thoughts. He was consumed with, I'm gonna stop liquid, and I've basically got 3 months until I'm spewing out mutated fox dye, so what does it matter anyway? Assassin's Creed, oh, that's right. Playboy, because the magazines. There is a, an Assassin's Creed outfit in the game. I forgot about that. 1987 to 98. I didn't realize Metal Gear was 87, so it's been basically 21 years building up to this moment. But no, I mean, I think it's almost like a good lesson to take, right? Is seeing how he treats himself, being hyper focused, like, let's take liquid, I'm gonna basically have to be dead in 3 months anyway, so what does it matter? But you never know when life changes. Life is unpredictable. And I think that's definitely a big thing to take from this. It seems like a weird one to focus in on with all the other things going on in the game, but that one stands out to me because it's kind of personal.
Snake, wait up. You forgot these.
No thanks. I'm quitting.
Snake.
These things will kill you.
Where will you go? Our fight is finished. There's nothing left for us to do.
No. There's one thing I still have to do. I have to see this age off. See what the future brings.
Sounds good to me. I'll go with you.
Otacon, I'm gonna be dead soon. You don't have to come.
You said it yourself, Snake. There's nothing inside you can pass on to the next generation. No genes, no memes. You're man-made. You're a beast.
I know. A blue rose. There won't be any happy Beauty and the Beast ending for me. What little time I have left will be spent living as a beast. A shadow of the inside. Of the old age.
Exactly. That's why you need me. As a witness.
A witness?
Yeah. Someone on the outside to bear witness to your final days. Someone to pass on your story. Not that I'm the only witness. But I'll remember everything you were. And stick with you to the end.
Otacon.
Besides, you wouldn't let me suffer Sonny's eggs alone, would you?
Otacon's a real one. Not yet.
Hey, look! Yummy! Sort of like the sun. It's rising again.
I like that emote, dude. There we are, 15 and a half hours roughly. 2 continues. 1 on the Rex versus Ray fight, and 1 in here in Act 5 where I died at the beginning like a doofus. 20 alerts, it's respectable. It's not great, but I mean, I think most of those were from the Dwarf Gecko more than anything else. I got a few in Act 1, I know. I mean, it's okay. I still got Drebin points for it. Only 2 kills, and I know what those are from. That's from Act 2, when I thought I was shooting at Gecko, and it was actually dudes in powered suits. 11 recovery items. I don't know if that's just rations, or if that also counts like regain and stuff, but I don't know if I ever used any regain. It might just be 11 rations. 43 weapon types, 234 flashbacks, and no special items. We got the title of Eagle. It actually remembers some of my other ones. Wait a minute. It's not here. Eagle. Oh, you got a lot of headshots. Hawk. You got a lot of praise from fellow soldiers fighting at PMCs. Inchworm. Title awarded to sneaky soldiers who constantly crawled on the ground. Hyena. Awarded to soldiers who worked diligently to procure items on the battlefield. And Scorpion is awarded to expert soldiers who neutralized a small number of enemies, were rarely spotted, and died only a few times. Oh, that's cool. So let's save here. The race gun. 38 caliber pistol, automatic pistol. The suit, we can walk around wearing the suit now. Got a command vest, a command vest, a command vest, a command vest, a command vest. And once we meet Mark II, we get all these cool new items. So, let's take a look at something real quick. So first thing is, I want to get to the title screen and show you something. I've been very careful about showing the title screen all playthrough. Now it's time to look at the title screen. Because Hideo Kojima is a madman. Come on, game. Oh, right, this thing. Because Hideo Kojima is a madman. And let's take a look at the title screen here. I'll just press start so it doesn't... I don't know if it times out and goes to a movie or something. So we have Snake walking up to the grave. Which we just saw, right? In the ending, right? He pulls out a cigarette. Not quite, Tusk. It's not Postal 2. He got himself a couple drags of the cigarette here. Now he pulls out his little disposal thing and puts the cigarette away. And now we see him reach for and pull out the gun. He's checking to make sure that it has a bullet in the chamber. Well, I think he actually, yeah, he takes the bullet and looks at it. We just saw him do all of this in the ending. And now the camera starts panning up, but we see him take the gun and turn it on himself as the camera pans up. Hideo Kojima put the attempted suicide. I mean, I think he was going to do it if Big Boss hadn't fired that shot. He would have killed himself. Hideo Kojima put that as the title screen because he is a madman. So we're gonna go here and do something real quick. Epilogue, the end. I'm gonna get an achievement, I think. I have save files dating back for years. They don't look like they go back for years. I mean, well, 2020 is years, but they're much older than that. But the thing is, the game had an update a few years ago that added trophies and stuff, and it would update your save files to match. I think that's what it was. And I'm looking for a specific one. The boss, look at this, the boss extreme. Total playtime only 3 hours and 8 minutes and 24 seconds. With 2.5 million Drebin points. So if I load this, this is my big boss run. I'm pretty sure with the being on that difficulty. Oh no! That's lame. I can't get trophies. Lame. So if I load back... If I were to load this one... Oh, that's what it is. So it says version 2. The game complete. If we went back down to another one... Yeah, it's not version 2. This is just the regular. So damn. I can't just get my... I don't know that I ever want to do another big boss. Another big boss run. Like, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Because you gotta save on, like, every screen. And really... Almost every screen. I don't remember if there's a max number of saves you can do. But it's basically, you have to go through the game in under 4 hours. I think it's 4 hours. You can't get spotted. You can't kill anyone. You can't use rations. It's pretty rough. I think to me the hardest part was the last boss. The fist fight with Liquid Ocelot. It's pretty rough. Okay. But yeah, every time I say I did a big boss run, there's the save file that demonstrates that I did it. I think that's it. What a powerful game. Next up is... Wait. Tusk, what? He said LMAOOO. I'm spelling it out, just to be clear. Just to be clear for the video, because you can't see the chat. LMAOOO. The stream manager on my phone censored that. Why? I just noticed it was censored, and I'm like, wait, what did you say? I didn't see anything bad. And I looked up at my actual chat on the screen. I was like, oh yeah, it's just LMAO. Laughing my ass off is too dirty. It doesn't even censor the word ass. It didn't censor the word ass, but it censored the LMAOOO. What? Not even once, but more than once. What was that about? It might have been I don't even remember. I know what train of thought I was trying to go down, but it censored that again. LMAOOO, that's... It censored tits when you spelled it right. Anyway, I guess the other thing I was saying was that save file is evidence that I did the big boss run. But I just don't know that I want to do it again because it's a pain. I wish I could just get the trophy just to have it on my account. I kind of gave a lot of my thoughts to just where this game fits in and how it felt to play it back in the day when this came out. I didn't play it right when it came out though. I think I played this around 2009. And unfortunately I had a major spoiler, but I didn't have a lot of context around it. I was on YouTube one day and I was looking around at just Metal Gear Solid stuff. I didn't know it was a Metal Gear Solid video. I thought it was going to be a breakdown of like Rex and Ray. It said like Rex versus Ray, Metal Gear Solid Rex versus Ray. I didn't know it was actually going to be something in Metal Gear Solid 4. I thought it was just going to be someone like making arguments like why they like Rex or why they like Ray. I was a little caught off guard by what I saw. And that was a moment where I said, I have to buy Metal Gear Solid 4. Not only that, I had to get a console. That's why I'd never played it. I didn't have a PlayStation 3. And I had no way to play the game. So I was just thinking it's going to be a game that I play one day when I get a console. But that was the moment where I said, I have to get a console as soon as possible. I have to get Metal Gear Solid 3. Or 4, excuse me. I was thinking PlayStation 3. That was the moment where I was like, I have to. And so I got it in like 2009. And no test, the game came out in 2008. I just played it in like 2009. Yeah, it does look really good for a 2008 game. I mean, it still looks good today, but it doesn't have very good anti-aliasing and stuff. But the texture work, the graphics in general are all very good. If you had some extra post-processing and stuff on top, it would still look very good on modern displays and stuff. But let's see, like when I played this game in 2009, I mean, it was special. You know, again, I grew up playing Metal Gear Solid in 1998, playing Metal Gear Solid 2 in 2001, playing Metal Gear Solid 3 in 2004. This series has always been special to me. And at this point, thinking this was the end of the series, it just, to me, was a beautiful send-off. You know, I might not like every single thing in the game, but it's so good. It's so good. And the gameplay, to me, is the best gameplay in the series so far. Now, there's other games on the way, but at this point, the gameplay is just so much smoother than anything we've had up to this point. And to me, it holds up a lot better. Not to say the other games are unplayable. The other games are fine. I think 2 is the best out of all the other games in terms of gameplay. But this just holds up a lot better. The control scheme and everything is much more modern. It still holds up today compared to other modern games. You could switch which shoulder you're aiming over. You can move while crouched is big. You know, the way the camo works by just, you know, lean up against something or lay down and you'll blend in. It's very streamlined. It's very effective, you know. So it's good stuff. I mean, I could probably gush over this for a while. And Tusk has mentioned Metal Gear Solid 5 and how good it looks. That's the thing, yeah. I was saying earlier, they are sitting on a gold mine. Maybe not anymore because the Fox engine is you know, like is like a decade old now. But they could have done so much with the Fox engine. They could have made so many great games with the Fox engine, and it just kind of sat around. I mean, it's kind of sad. Yeah, they didn't really do a lot with it. But it is a very good engine. Studios these days don't generally make their own game engines, right? Unreal Engine, even Unity, they power so much because so much work goes into those engines. It's easier to use something that's established like that and that you know is going to work. You know is powerful, you know it's good, you know it's going to look good, it's going to perform well, rather than making your own. Rockstar still does it. Square Enix was doing it for Final Fantasy, but even they stopped. They switched. I don't know about 16, but I know Final Fantasy VII Remake, they were using an in-house engine and they switched it to Unreal. So even Final Fantasy is like, all right, we're going to start using Unreal Engine. And Square Enix is massive. They're one of the biggest publishers on the planet. Developer, publisher, it's a bit of both. But even they have started using Unreal because it's just easier to do. Even Suda51 stopped using their own engine. What do they use, Unreal now? So that's something like, back in the day you had no choice really. Unreal was the, as far as I know, the original where it was like, hey, use our engine. That, you know, maybe there are others that were doing it, but Unreal was the first one that was massive, you know, that started going across the whole industry. And it's cool that Konami had such a powerful engine. Capcom did it. What do they call it? The re-engine, the RE engine or something? They used it for like Resident Evil Remake 2 and 3 and stuff. And it's a great engine as well. But they're actually making a lot more use of it than the Fox engine got. Well, that's interesting. So No More Heroes 2 looks insanely good. No More Heroes 3 doesn't feel like a No More Heroes game. But it's not necessarily the fault of the engine, though, to be fair. It could be a fault of them not being as good at using the engine. But the engine can really do whatever you tell it to do, as long as you know how to use it. I mean, for the most part, there might be something. Unreal, yeah, you should pretty much be able to do anything. Unity might have a little bit more issues there if you're wanting to get, if you want to get into like really low-level graphics stuff. And they do let you get to the render pipeline, but I've heard of people wanting to do even lower level stuff that the render pipeline wouldn't let them do. But anyway, that's too technical for this. I don't know if I have anything else to say here. Next up, we have Peace Walker. It came out for the PSP in 2010, I think. And what the hell? PSP games in 2010? That thing came out when I was in high school, I know. I'm pretty sure I was in high school. It was like, I remember sitting in class and someone had a PSP and we're like, oh my god, he had one of the Grand Theft Auto games or something. It's like, it looks like the PlayStation 2. It looks so good. When I was in high school in like 2004 or something. And here they are putting a PSP Metal Gear Solid game out in 2010. It's crazy. PSP did survive a long time, you're right. PS Vita was kind of, from what I understand, PS Vita had good stuff, but it just didn't take off like the PSP. I don't know if the PSP really took off, it just worked. It was never like a huge mainstream popular thing per se, but it had a diehard fan base and it stayed alive for that. But yeah, we have Peace Walker up next, and I know the overall story. Peace Walker is important to the overall storyline of Metal Gear Solid games, of the Metal Gear Solid series, I should say. It is referenced in, I mean, I feel like I'm going a bit too far ahead, but I'll just say it. I wouldn't personally want to know this, but I'm already saying it. Things that happen in that game are going to be referenced in Metal Gear Solid 5. So it is important to the story, but it's also the kind of thing that, you know, you can kind of get the general understanding of everything. I have watched most of the game before, although it's been a while. I remember most of the major story beats, particularly because of how it relates to 5. It relates to the other games as well, but not as much, and we'll see how it all works out. But the thing is, I've never actually played it. I'm not big into like handheld mobile gaming and stuff for the most part. I do a little bit here and there, but I'm not that big into it. It is part of the HD collection, so I'll be playing it on the console. I might probably going to switch to Xbox for that because the controller issues I had with the PlayStation. I think it's backwards compatible with the Xbox Series X, so I'll just play it through that. And I actually like the Xbox controller more than PlayStation anyway, so that'll be nice. So I'll be playing it there, most likely. And what I do know about that game is that it can be really long. I've tried to look up general like timing on what it can take to complete the game versus like just beat the game versus do a completionist run, and we're talking the difference between like say 25 hours and 95 hours. I'm gonna have to try to taper myself in a little bit and not go for every single little thing, because it's not that I want to rush through the game. I want to try and get all the story and lore and stuff for the most part, but I don't know that I want to spend 95 hours getting a 100% kind of run on that game. Not that I don't want to play it, but I also really want to play Metal Gear Solid 5. And if I'm only, like, let's say I do 2 4-hour streams a week, then that would be 11 weeks for 88 hours, so like 12 weeks. It's like 12 weeks for 96 hours. I don't want to be playing that for 12 weeks. You know, that's a lot. So I'm gonna have to kind of find the right balance where I want to really experience and enjoy the game, and also not take forever. So that's tough. We'll see how it goes, but I'm really excited to get to it. I don't think I'll be doing any streams until, well, if I do, I don't know if it'll be that. I might do some other streams. I'm still dealing with some stuff, taking care of some stuff, so I'm not doing a lot of streams right now. So probably the next guaranteed one should be Saturday, when it should be Peace Walker. That's what is expected right now. And what are you saying about Snake Eater, dude? Are you saying you're playing Snake Eater right now? Or are you saying something else? Gotta make sure I understand what you're saying there. But I'm confused. You said you stopped playing Metal Gear Solid 5. You're waiting till I'm done playing Snake Eater? But that's Metal Gear Solid 3. We already did that. That's where I'm confused. Or do you mean Peace Walker? When I'm done with Peace Walker? Yeah, you're gonna play at the same time I am. That's what Copperbeard and I did. It was like a co-op stream. We both streamed Metal Gear Solid 5 at the same time. And we were in a chat together and we just talked and you know, chilled. But we were both playing the game at the same time. It was good stuff. Yeah, so Saturday, next guaranteed stream. You know, I do appreciate follows here on Twitch. Just because I'm not streaming a lot of stuff right now doesn't mean I don't want to get back into it. I just got to deal with stuff, figure things out. Just give me some time. But I feel bad because I was right at the end of where I wanted to be with Caves of Cud. And then it just kind of fell off when I stopped streaming almost everything else. Dwarf Fortress kind of fell off a little bit. Because I haven't played that since I kind of stopped a lot of my streams. Haven't done coding streams in a bit, but I'd like to get back into some of that and figure things out, but it might be a little bit more time while I get all the stuff sorted out here. Yeah, definitely appreciate follows here. You could also go over to YouTube, where there is like a 1.5 years worth of content. I started uploading my streams and stuff. I did some on YouTube, actually. I did stream on YouTube for a bit, back in like August, September of 2021. I was on there for a few months and I went back to Twitch, but I've been putting my streams up from Twitch ever since then. So there's, you know, about 1.5 years of content on there, and you know, I'll just keep putting stuff up there. There's a little bit of stuff that's YouTube only as well. But if you're watching this on YouTube, congrats on being in the future. But yeah, you head over there. Watch all the good stuff. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Leave comments. I do read, and I try to respond to comments. You can also follow me on Twitter, where I tweet when I go live. I don't do too much else. But I'm Shoggoth Unknown everywhere. That's where you can find me. This is a weird-ass outro. But we're done with Metal Gear Solid 4. I was really excited for this. I love this game. I just have to say again, I love this game so much. I've been thinking about it though, and it's tough. It's tough. Do I like Metal Gear Solid 2 or 4 more? I don't know. I think there are more things in this game that I don't like, but the high moments in this game, for the most part, are higher than the ones in 2 for me. For the most part. It is, for me, really hard to beat some of the stuff in 2 as well. So I really struggle picking between the two. Very difficult. Alright, I think that's enough. I'm just rambling and talking and stuff. I am hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. I have some tamales, so I'm about to get some good food. And until next time, have a good day, have a good night. Whatever it is, wherever you're at, take it easy.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carry Rock. I need scissors. 61.
Oh no,